to freezing to buy balanced breakfast.
Showing up online can bring a lot of eyes to your business, especially nowadays when there's like a competition, or we call it a war on eyeballs, when people want to grab attention of their target audience and they want people to look to their brand or to check out their products, but the competition is stiff and there's so much noise. How do you stand out? So if you're a business owner, a founder, an executive who would like to have eyes on your business, who wants to grab attention for their business, or to just build a personal brand and their thought leadership, stick around and watch this video, because today we'll be discussing what stops people, or what stops founders and executives, especially women, from showing up authentically and connecting with their audience. Hi, I am Melon, and I'm the co-founder of the Melrose Studio. We are a creative content agency, and we focus on helping founders and business owners, executives, build their personal brand, tell their narratives through videos and photos. First off, let's talk about one reason a lot of you founders, executives, or business owners do not show up on social media. The first thing is fear of judgment. So you're afraid that if you start posting on social media, people will think either you're desperate, people will tell you that this is not for you, this is just for the younger generation. We think that sharing on social media is only for people younger than 30 who has this kind of lifestyle, and they will think that you're pretending to be one of them. So this mindset of fear of judgment is stopping you from showing up. Another reason why you don't show up is imposter syndrome. So I used to get a lot, and I still do get this a lot of times. I don't think that I know enough to share on social media. I don't think I'm pretty enough. I don't think I'll be accepted if I show up on social media. But you know what? People actually crave for authenticity, and even if you're just 10% ahead of someone, people will still watch you and people would want to hear from you. That's one mindset that we should get rid of. You don't show up on social media because you think you're not perfect. So overthinking stops a lot of people from showing up. Perfect is not relatable. Show up authentically, don't overthink, and just do it, like Nike said. And one of the main problems that people don't show up or produce content on social media is the lack of time. Of course, as busy founders and busy executives and business owners, showing up on social media is the last thing that you want to put in your schedule. Who has time for that nowadays? But because of the stiff competition for attention, it's a must if you want to really get ahead of the competition. If you really want new set of eyeballs on your business, you have to innovate. You have to see what's trending. And this is not actually trending. It's people crave digitization of marketing. It's so much easier nowadays to connect to your audience. There's many ways that you can stop this excuse of having no time at all in showing up. Hi, I'm here with Suba, and she's also a business owner and founder. So Suba, before you mentioned that you were not producing videos and content, what was stopping you?
When I started, I was so self-conscious, like how I would be talking, like I could talk to somebody in person for an hour, or for how long I wanted, but it was very hard for me to appear in front of the camera and imagine that I'm talking to nobody, it's just the camera. So I used to be like really self-conscious, but having met their team, I'm very confident in front of the camera, and they actually made me so comfortable doing that.
What would you suggest to women who are also being self-conscious? Does it take practice, or does it like mindset, or what do you think?
It's everything put together. Just be yourself. Just don't think too much and just do it.
You might also be thinking that you don't want to overshare. So one thing that stops people is that, like, I don't want to show up on social media. I don't want to show my family, or I don't want to show my personal private life. Well, you don't have to. Gary Vaynerchuk is a big media personality, but he never showed how, he never shared something about his family, never shared photos or videos of how his private life is. But you should think of it that way. Think of it this way. What expertise can you share on social media? What value can you give? What tips can you give? You can make it personal without oversharing and without sharing your private life. So don't think that you should be sharing your kids' photos, your kids' videos. I mean, that's okay also to share if you're comfortable sharing that, but you don't have to. What do you think stops women from showing up on social media, like women founders and business owners, when actually it can help them?
Fear of the camera and self-esteem. That's what stops them. They're not sure about themselves. They're not sure about if they will be successful or no. They avoid the shame. I'm one of them, actually. I own a business for 10 years. I sold it successfully. You'll never see me on video.
So, how do you show up authentically and on social media without the cringe and without getting stressed? So, first thing is map out your content plan. If you watch my previous video, you will see that there are ways that you will never run out of content if you plan your content that way. So, what are ways for you to show up consistently on social media without the cringe, without the stress? So, first thing is map out a content plan that works for you. So you can show your expertise, give value, talk about personal stories, your experiences. So you can start with these small ideas, and then you can develop these ideas, especially the value that the message that you want to deliver. Repetition and consistency is key. Second, start small. If this is your first time talking on video and you don't feel confident and you feel awkward on talking on video, start small. Like what I did, I just started with one small video, one short reel. I don't like looking at the camera. I feel weird looking at the camera because that's not really a person I'm gonna talk to. So there's a lot of takes. Yeah, so better start small first. Do a 20 to 30 second reel. Ignore the haters. No one will criticize you for talking on camera and sharing the knowledge or giving value. Think that you're talking to one person. If you're really feeling awkward talking on a camera, I feel more awkward actually talking on an iPhone whenever I see myself talking on the video. That feels more awkward. But think that you're talking to one person. Think that you're talking to a friend, because that is more effective. Maintain eye contact, keep looking at the lens, and you'll have a more effective video. And lastly, be yourself. Don't think that you should be like someone. Don't try to copy. Set your own standards, Don't put on too much makeup too, because when you watch your video, you'll suddenly oh, that's not me. Gonna look cringe. So be yourself, because then it will be easier for you to show up more consistently, because if you're going to be yourself, you'll have less stress prepping up for your next video. And lastly, like I said in the beginning, you have to get rid of that mindset that's stopping you from creating videos or showing up. Like I said, no one cares if you show up on video, and if you give value to others. No one will say your hair looks so messy today. Maybe your mom will, like my mom does sometimes. But get rid of that mindset that's stopping you from showing up and sharing value and being yourself. So if you like this video, you know where the like button is. Do hit that like button and subscribe, and see you in the next one.